roughly a few months ago, I created a Team Fortress AU. This is the most I have ever written before, and it's almost over 70 whole pages long and over 20,000 words. But why? Why would I do such a thing? Well, because I wanted to create something new. With every community to exist, there is bound to be alternate timelines of the original in place, the characters being slightly altered or the story being shifted into a new idea while keeping the same or a similar concept. Undertale was a huge example of this, and it still is. One of the most recent massive AUs was Undertale Yellow, which I have yet to play. However, this video isn't about those other games. It's about a game that doesn't have many AUs from it. If there are other AUs than mine but just hasn't been looking, or I've been too invested in my own. But I digress. So I messaged a friend of mine, saying that I had been working on an AU for Team Fortress 2 and already had voice lines recorded for it. Now, this specific friend is a Friday Night Funkin' modder, and trust me, he is good at his work. Free shoutout? Maybe, maybe not. Now what I wanted to do with this was be a little idiot and hopefully get the attention of the Manco Friday Night Funkin' devs with this video by saying, yo, I have a chromatic scale for my AU. Do you want to collab or something? I highly doubt this would reach them, but I would absolutely love to have my own mod. But I have no modding skills. I have no drawing skills. I have no coding skills. I can barely chart songs, and I haven't even done a full chart yet. Honestly, the only experience I have that would probably qualify is literally music. And even then my music is extremely mediocre and doesn't qualify as Friday Night Funkin' level of music. I mean, I have to be in the right mindset and the right everything in order to actually get myself to making music, which is why my music uploads are kinda bad. The stuff I write is so bad, I barely even can argue that it's honestly music, let alone effort. But I digress once again. Moving forward to my AU, I'm going to briefly go over it, and I do have to add a trigger warning for this because it goes over some seriously sensitive topics. So, this alternate universe takes place roughly 50 years after the Gravel War at Man Company. The Team Fortress 2 mercenaries and characters ended up finding a teleporter that Engineer had scrapped due to it being deemed a failure and possibly dangerous. They ended up warping into the glorious year of 2022 on February 27th of that same year, 1 year before my date of death. Building Manco in Boston, Massachusetts, USA, they brought together every mercenary, going back in time to get them to the future. Even the originals before the classics showed up. They kept a rather low profile until my death. I had committed suicide. A few months went by and my mental health began to deteriorate. When my mom showed me something I would like that was based on a game I had found myself invested in, job offerings for at Man Company. My parents wanted me to go there so my mental health would ultimately improve somehow. Upon arriving there, Medic greeted me, introduced me to the team, and havoc already had started. I was left on the streets at one point. We fought monsters, zombies and robots, explored abandoned places, got ourselves into trouble, and I was eventually promoted to the head of the tech department by Saxton Hale and Olivia. There's even more underlying lore within the storyline itself, and even characters that don't appear much that are still huge characters within the story and lore. There's even an AU built in within the AU, and so much lore and hidden details about the story. Upon doing even the slightest research for this video, I stumbled upon people who had created Infection AUs for Team Fortress as well, which I'm so impressed by the effort they put into them. This community is so much more creative than I had anticipated. The negatives made the community seem so outright toxic and terrible, when there's a small portion of the community who are so wholesome. I want so badly to get thrown into the spotlight to better help the community grow and show that this community isn't toxic. I want to help make the community a supportive place for anyone and everyone. So why am I telling you this? Why am I sharing this with you? The information about my alternate universe. Well, it's because I wanted to announce that I finally have a Discord server, and you can find it in the links of this channel. I have specific channels for my AU, and you can learn so much more about myself. There's a lot of specific channels for my AU, and you can learn so much more about myself. There's a lot of stuff you can do already, and although it's still under construction, we have an actually pretty good system going. And I will explain in another upcoming video, but I purged a lot of my content due to the music not being originally from me. So I decided to scrap that, and I'm shifting my content towards newer content. If you sub for dark ambient and music content, I'm still gonna be posting music content. I just plan on doing Team Fortress remixes. When I get the money, I will also be playing Team Fortress Classic for content since it's super underrated. I'm also getting a brand new update to my profile image, my banner hopefully, and I should have PNGs of an OC of mine named Air. I'm super hyped for this, and I hope you guys are as well. I've been planning this for a while. As for the text-to-speech, it's there because I'm not face revealing. I'm not sharing my real voice. Absolutely nothing. It's to protect my privacy. If I ever find that my Discord isn't really good enough for the public eye, I will be taking the link off my channel links. With this out of the way, I'm ending the video here. I'll catch you guys next time. Until then, leave me be.